Welcome to the Let's Go show. Okay, Fulton, I got a question for you.
Oh, what's up, Destiny?
Have you ever felt stuck?
Stuck? How?
Like stuck in a bad habit or stuck doing the same thing over and over again, even when you don't want to be doing that thing that you're doing?
Oh, I had this friend, and he used to bite his nails constantly, and he kept telling me how he wanted to stop, but he just couldn't.
Exactly. Wait, like all of his nails? Even his toenails?
No. It was just the top part of his fingernails.
Okay. I guess it could have been worse. So, back to feeling stuck.
Right. So maybe you feel stuck in worry, stuck trying to make everyone happy.
Or stuck feeling like you're not good enough.
That's real. Sometimes if you're stuck long enough, you can start to feel like you're trapped.
Oh, totally. Well, here's the good news, Fulton. God is actually really, really good at setting people free.
How do you mean?
Think about it. All throughout the Bible, God is constantly rescuing people who are stuck or even trapped, delivering them and breaking them out of impossible situations.
Not like an escape artist, right?
Well, kind of. But he's infinitely better than any escape artist you can imagine. Because when God sets people free, he doesn't just break them out. He leads them somewhere better.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Exactly. That's why our main point for today is God frees me.
You're not just talking about how God freed people a long time ago, right?
Nope. God frees me, like present tense. He can do it anytime he wants to. The same God who rescued people in the Bible still rescues people today.
So before we dive into one of the greatest rescue stories ever told, here's one question for you guys. What's something you feel stuck in that you wish God would set you free from?
Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Julia and I want to talk to you about a word. That word is deliverance. When I think about the word deliverance, I usually just think about getting out of something. But today's example that we're learning about from the Bible is a little more personal. The word deliverance that is used in Exodus means to be brought out, like someone stronger stepping in and pulling you out of something you couldn't escape on your own. The Jewish people in this story have been stuck as slaves in Egypt for generations, over 400 years. No freedom, no way forward, and they couldn't free themselves. So, God stepped in to help them. He didn't just take away the pressure, He brought them out of their enslavement. And He doesn't just deliver them from enslavement, He brings them to a good and spacious land, the Promised Land. That pattern shows up again and again. God sees, God hears, and God steps in. And being stuck still looks real today. Habits you can't break, pressure you can't escape, thoughts that won't leave. You might not be able to get out on your own. But God still saves us today, like He did then. And He doesn't stop there. God didn't just rescue people in Exodus. He sent Jesus to bring a deeper freedom for us today. Not just from a place from sin, from shame, and from the things that hold us on the inside. Through Jesus, we are forgiven and made new. And God gives us His Spirit so we're not alone anymore. The same God who brought people out of Egypt is still bringing us out today. So remember, He's not just bringing you out. He's leading you somewhere better. After spending 400 long years as Egyptian slaves, the Israelites were exhausted and ready to leave Egypt forever.
They cried out to God for help, and God heard their cries. He sent a man named Moses to release them from Pharaoh's kingdom and lead them to the Promised Land.
But Pharaoh was a hard-hearted, evil man and refused to let God's people leave. So God, through Moses, released 10 plagues on Egypt in order to convince Pharaoh to release the Israelites from slavery.
Those plagues included things like sending millions of bugs to swarm Egypt, causing all the Egyptians to get boils on their skin, turning all of their water into blood, and many other things.
God wasn't doing this to be mean, but rather to show Pharaoh just how powerful he was.
Eventually, Pharaoh decided to release the Israelites, and more than 600,000 Israelites marched out of Egypt on their way to the Promised Land. But shortly after, Pharaoh changed his mind and sent a large army to chase down the Israelites and bring them back into slavery.
When Pharaoh's army finally caught up to the Israelites, they were on the shore of the Red Sea with nowhere else to run.
God told Moses to stretch out his staff over the water. This caused the entire Red Sea to split in two. Once the water split, the Israelites walked right through the water on dry ground to escape the huge Egyptian army.
The Egyptians saw that the water was split and they decided to go and try and cross. But God had other plans.
Once every single Israelite had made it through, God told Moses to stretch his staff over the water once again.
This time, the waters flooded back together, crushing the entire Egyptian army. Not a single Egyptian soldier survived, and the Israelites were officially free from the rule of Pharaoh.
This story shows us how, even in what looks like a hopeless situation, we can be fearless and trust that God is in control.
Just like Moses and the Israelites walked through the Red Sea, we too can face tough situations with courage because we know that our God is in control.
Okay, that story never gets old.
Right? Over 600,000 people just walked out of Egypt after 430 years of slavery.
And they didn't do it on their own. God made a way for them.
Exactly. And here's why that matters for us today. The Israelites were stuck, completely trapped, in a really bad life with no way out.
And sometimes we feel the same way. Maybe not in slavery, but like we talked about earlier, we may feel stuck in other ways.
Exactly. Like stuck in fear or bad habits, or trying to be perfect all the time, or even thinking we're not good enough.
But just like God heard the Israelites when they cried out, He hears us too.
God hears you today. He doesn't ignore us when we're stuck. He sees you, He cares, and He has the power to set us free.
But here's the key that I picked up on. Notice the Israelites couldn't free themselves. They needed God.
That's really important. Freedom isn't something we earn or achieve on our own. It's something God gives us.
So what does that look like for us?
It starts when we realize that we need help. Just like the Israelites cried out to God, we can bring our struggles to Him.
And then we trust that God is powerful enough to help us, just like He was powerful enough to defeat the Pharaoh who had control over all of Egypt.
But here's something I don't want us to miss. The night God set them free, the Israelites still had to trust in God enough to pack their bags and walk out the door. God opened the way, but they still had to take that step.
So for us, that might look like being honest with God for the first time, telling a trustworthy adult what you're struggling with or where you may feel stuck.
Yes, Fulton. Or we can choose not to go back to the thing that has a hold on you. God does what only God can do, and luckily, He invites us to move with Him. That's what faith looks like.
And here's the thing. God didn't stop after helping the Jewish people escape from Egypt. Many years later, He sent His son Jesus to do it again. But this time, He was going to rescue everyone. And not just from slavery in a country, but from the thing that traps us all, sin.
The exodus of the Jews leaving Egypt to Israel was God showing the whole world what He's like. Jesus was God doing it once and for all. Same God, bigger rescue.
When God sets you free, He's not just getting you out of something bad. He's leading you towards something good.
So remember, God frees me, not just people in the Bible, me and you, and He can do it today.
Whatever you feel stuck in, you can bring it to God. He's listening, and He has the power to set you free.
That's great, Fulton. Thanks for joining me.
We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.